Imagine standing outside on an ordinary day. The sky is bright, the air feels normal, and the world looks exactly the way it always has. You take a deep breath, feeling your lungs expand with that satisfying rush of oxygen, the invisible element that quietly keeps everything on Earth alive. Now, imagine that, without warning, all the oxygen on Earth disappears. Not forever, not for hours, minutes, or even seconds that you could feel passing. Just 5 seconds. 5 tiny, harmless-sounding seconds. But what would those 5 seconds actually do? This is What If, and here's what would happen if the world suddenly lost oxygen for just 5 seconds. Most people assume 5 seconds isn't long enough for anything dramatic to happen. After all, you can hold your breath for 30 seconds, or even a full minute if you try. So 5 seconds without oxygen shouldn't be a big deal, right? Well, the truth is, your body wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't gasp, you wouldn't choke, and your breathing reflex would remain totally normal. Your brain needs more time than that to realize oxygen is missing. But the world around you? That's where things get terrifying, fast. Because oxygen doesn't just keep you alive, it holds the entire planet together. Take concrete, for example. The Hoover Dam, the Pantheon Dome, skyscrapers, bridges, all of them rely on oxygen as a chemical binding agent. Without oxygen, concrete isn't solid. It's just powdered minerals pretending to be strong. So the moment oxygen vanishes, concrete collapses instantly. Every dam, every bridge, every concrete building on Earth reduced to dust in a single moment. And that's just the beginning. Metals behave strangely too. Every untreated piece of metal, cars, tools, machinery, pipes, beams, all of it would suddenly fuse together. Why? Because there's a thin layer of oxidation on metal surfaces that prevents them from welding on contact. Remove that layer, and metal instantly cold welds, bonding permanently as if melted together. So car doors fuse shut, railway tracks bond into rigid, immovable lines, airplane parts seize mid-flight. Which brings us to the next problem. Without oxygen, fire ceases to exist. Not dies down, not flickers out, but disappears instantly. Combustion stops, engines stall, and every non-electric vehicle on Earth shuts down at the same time. Millions of cars freeze in place, boats lose all power, and commercial airplanes with no thrust, no lift, and no working engines begin plummeting from the sky. In just 5 seconds, aviation becomes the single largest disaster zone on the planet. But things get even worse for anyone standing outside. The Earth's invisible shield, the ozone layer, is made entirely of oxygen molecules. Without it, Earth has no protection from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. In 5 seconds, UV rays hit your skin unfiltered, like a blowtorch of sunlight. People on beaches, in open fields, or anywhere with direct exposure would suffer instant, severe sunburn, the type normally caused by hours of exposure. And while your skin burns on the outside, something far more painful is happening on the inside. The moment oxygen disappears, Earth instantly loses 21% of its air pressure. That's the equivalent of dropping from sea level to 2,000 meters deep below sea level, instantly. Your body isn't built for sudden pressure changes, and your inner ears violently respond. Eardrums rupture, sinuses explode, and the sheer force of the pressure shift knocks millions of people to the ground. You wouldn't be able to hear anything, not the chaos, not the screaming, not even your own breath, just a deep, ringing silence. With no oxygen in the atmosphere, light from the sun behaves differently too. Normally, sunlight scatters through oxygen and nitrogen molecules, painting the sky blue. But with oxygen gone, there's almost nothing left for light to bounce off of. The sky turns pitch dark, almost like nighttime, even at noon. You'd look up and feel like the sun is shining directly into your eyes through a vacuum. And what about the ground beneath your feet? That's where the real apocalypse begins. Earth's crust, the solid outer layer we walk on, is made of 45% oxygen by mass. Remove the oxygen, and the crust no longer holds itself together. Rocks crumble, mountains collapse, soil turns into loose, unstable dust. The Earth's surface literally disintegrates beneath you. Within seconds, massive sections of the crust fall apart, creating fissures and destabilizing entire continents. You and everyone else on the planet begin to fall, not into lava or molten rock, but into nothing, because the structure that held Earth's crust together no longer exists. The planet doesn't explode, it simply unravels. 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds without oxygen. No breathlessness, no warning. Just a silent, instant collapse of everything we depend on. But before panic sets in, remember this. This scenario will never happen. There is no known force in the universe that can selectively remove Earth's oxygen for 5 seconds and then return it. Earth is safe, and so are you. So take a long, deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. That 21% oxygen keeps your world stable, your sky blue, your buildings standing, and your planet whole. For more impossible scenarios that reveal how the universe really works, keep watching.